Hi everyone. In this clip, I will talk a little bit about perspective and brain grooves. There's a Zen saying that goes something like this. To her lover, a beautiful woman is a delight. To a monk, she is a distraction. To a mosquito, it's a good meal. It makes a good point. It makes a point of how the same thing seems to be seen differently depending on the lens or the filter through which we look at them. Some filters are temporary, others can last a lifetime, creating a persistent sense of our reality. Long ago, before we knew any psychologists, the ancient scientists had analyzed the subtle moment to moment changes of the mind that shape our reality. These scientists saw that differing mental states bump each other to capture the top position in an ever-shifting sort of hierarchy. As one or the other sort of rises to the top, it sets the tone for our entire state of mind, whether it is anger, calmness, or joy. A mental state can last for a moment until another state sort of rises to the top of the mind hierarchy, or it can become a habitual frame of mind. If a mental state lasts just a moment or two and then passes, no problem. But when one state becomes fixated, becomes a fixed habit of mind, it can define our basic view of the whole world. So we tend to form mental grooves, so to speak, where a favored mind state dominates our mental hierarchy. When a particular state becomes a persisting habit in our mind, it influences our entire personality. If the predominant state is negative, let's say such as agitation or hostility, what might have been just a momentary mood, it might fixate into persisting turbulence. So people who have a tendency towards anger, for example, may perform a chore at home, like, for example, sweeping the floor in a hurried, impatient way, or they will be banging doors and cupboards and making a lot of noise for any regular household activity, like taking the dishes out of the dishwasher, or will turn the tap on full force, splashing and making waves under the name of being fast and efficient. And they're very likely to complain about the food they're served, or how uncomfortable their chair might be, or their bed might be, and the things that will annoy them about this person and that person, or what expectations in life they had that wasn't delivered, etc. And most times, they even criticize comedy, judging it as if it is real. So for these individuals, anger has now become a groove in the mind, and it will shape their psychological reality. What might be a small thing may appear a very large thing to them. Some mind states basically are categorized as wholesome, and the others are unwholesome, or in modern terms, they call them adaptive or maladaptive. The rule of thumb for classifying a state of mind is very simple. It depends on whether the mind state leads you to inner peace or not. In order to keep from being propelled into the grip of the disturbing mental states, we learn strategies to ward them off. We develop these strategies because they are at least partial solutions to an early life problem. Say, for example, working extra hard to please an overly critical parent. Although this helped us cope at the time that was developed, that strategy was developed, it may not work as well for us now. Every strategy can be seen as a solution for something that went wrong, and it was developed to fulfill the basic needs of life, which is safety, connection to others, autonomy, competence, and so on. When we use the same strategy now, the feelings may come back and repeat the emotions that we felt during hurtful events earlier in life that the strategy was created for. During these episodes, we plunge into fear again and we become angry and depressed. So, creating these mind grooves very much impacts our perspective of everything and life itself. It's a good idea for us to pinpoint the grooves that are no longer serving us and intentionally change them through training our mind and ultimately behavior. We need to be actively replacing unhealthy or destructive coping mechanisms with healthier, more productive behaviors that allow us to effectively manage challenges and situations in life, and essentially learning to respond to stressors in a way that benefits our well-being instead of harming it. So we need to identify the current behavior, find and understand the triggers, set a goal of what we would want to change to, identify what behavior would seem healthier as opposed to the current one, make a plan, practice self-awareness, replace with the healthier behavior, be patient with ourselves, and reward progress. Hope this has been helpful. Like and follow for more. Be the light.